MLS is widely known as a league for the European veterans who come to America for a season or two before they retire. However, there are not only veterans, but also young talents followed by the biggest clubs. Just think of Alphonso Davies, ex-MLS player who joined Bayern to become an elite left back. In this video, Goal24 would like to tell you about 10 MLS players with the biggest market value as per Transfermarkt. But first, we have a question for you. Which one of these players never played in the United States? Raul Gonzalez, John Terry, Rafael Marquez, Robbie Keane? Leave your answers in the comments and get ready for watching. Luis Araujo, Atlanta United, €6 million. Before joining his current MLS team, the Brazilian had a 4-year spell in France at Lille. As an attacker, he wasn't as prolific as he had to be in order to attract bigger clubs' interest and make a step forward. Only 18 goals and 8 assists in 136 matches in all competitions. So even though Araujo was a first-choice winger and made a notable impact in that very golden 2020-21 season, Lille didn't hesitate to sell him to Atlanta United for €10,910,000. The 25-year-old Brazilian newcomer is the second highest paid player in his new team, earning €3.6 million per year. Josef Martinez, the club's best ever goalscorer with 109 goals to his name, is the only one earning more. But in any case, now Araujo is scoring way more than he used to while playing in League One. He scored 10 goals and made 8 assists in 46 games, however it wasn't enough for Atlanta to win a trophy. The team got relegated early in the playoffs as they lost to New York City. The board, however, has faith in Luis and sees him as the one to help the club win the league for the first time since 2018, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. Denis Buangan, Los Angeles FC, €6 million. The 27-year-old midfielder got to play for 5 different French clubs. He joined Lorient in 2014, but didn't make it into the first team and was having one loan spell after another. The 2016-17 season may be called Buangan's breakthrough, as he scored 16 goals and made 6 assists for the League Two side Tour. Then there was his first decent season in League One with Nîmes. 8 goals and 2 assists by Denis made quite an impression on Saint-Etienne as the club signed him for €4.5 million. It turned out to be a right move for the Saints as Buangan managed to score 26 league goals in 3 seasons. However, last season got them relegated, so Denis decided to take a new challenge rather than play in League Two again. He moved to the USA as Los Angeles FC made a bid of €4,550,000. Buangan is yet to adapt to the new league. As for now, he has only played 10 matches and scored 3 goals and made 1 assist. However, the expectations are high. The Gabonese is now the 4th biggest signing of Los Angeles, so he has to prove that the board was right to bring him into the club. Alan Velasco, FC Dallas, €8 million. The 20-year-old Argentine was considered a very promising one while at Independiente. Despite being young, he showed some decent stats, 8 goals and 10 assists in 69 matches, and moved to FC Dallas in February 2022 for €6,360,000, which made him the biggest ever signing for the club. It didn't take long for Alan to live up to the expectations. He scored in his debut match against Nashville right after coming in as a sub in the second half. He scored 6 goals and made 5 assists to his name, and his team Dallas finished 4th in the MLS this season. The player in his turn is not among big clubs' transfers target just yet, but that may change in the near future should the versatile attacker keep improving. Cucho Hernandez, Columbus Crew, €10 million. The Colombian was only 18 years old in 2017 when he was signed by Watford. As you would expect, the youngster was loaned out, so Cucho got to play for 4 different clubs: Huesca, America, Mallorca and Getafe. When Watford got back to the Premier League, the the striker got a long-awaited chance and made the most of it. It was a decent season for Hernandez as he scored 5 goals and made 2 assists in the Premier League, but that wasn't enough to save the club from going down. In summer, the player made a decision to leave and move to Columbus Crew. The €9,550,000 paid for him made Cucho their biggest ever signing. The adaptation wasn't an issue for the newcomer, as he scored 9 goals and made 2 assists in his 16 first MLS matches. We're yet to see if Hernandez can keep going. If it does keep going, he'll surely be a big problem for the MLS defenders. Emmanuel Reynoso, Minnesota United, €10 million. The 26-year-old Argentine can play right winger, left winger, and number 10. In 2020, Reynoso left Boca Juniors for Minnesota United for €4,270,000, which made him the club's biggest ever signing. Emmanuel had a really good start in MLS, and his stats tell us exactly that. 19 goals and 22 assists in 77 games in all competitions. The Argentine's attacking efforts is what allows Minnesota to be third in the Western Conference. The midfielder is yet to make an international appearance, as there are too many top players playing in the same positions. But who knows, maybe there is hope left and Reynoso will have a chance to play World Cup football against Saudi Arabia, Mexico or Poland, the teams drawn with Argentina. SI Fuentes, Los Angeles FC, €12 million. SI Fuentes, the Ecuadorian, played football in his home country for CD America and Universidad Católica until recently. In winter 2020, Los Angeles came for him with a $2,370,000 bid. In the United States, he moved further up the pitch and that did a lot of good for him and his stats. The Ecuadorian scored 13 goals and made 15 assists in 95 matches for Los Angeles and in addition to that, made 10 international appearances. Ecuador are to play Qatar, Senegal and the Netherlands at the World Cup, and Cifuentes would surely love to make an impact and maybe help his team qualify, defying the odds. The World Cup performance is what may help Jose show himself and get noticed by European clubs. Sebastian Driussi, Austin FC, €15 million. Driussi, the Argentine, is mostly known for playing in Russia for Zenit St. Petersburg, as he moved there from River Plate for €15 million back in 2017. He's a very versatile one, able to play as a left winger, as a number 10 and as a striker. Sebastian had 4 seasons in Russia in which he scored 25 goals and made 22 assists in 138 matches. Last summer, Driussi decided to leave St. Petersburg for Austin and moved to the MLS club for €6,360,000. Once in MLS, the Argentine started scoring more goals than ever. It took Driussi 138 games to score 25 goals in the Russian Premier League, while he needed only 46 in MLS. His goal scoring, as well as his 9 assists, made Austin a real force, as now they're going second in the Western Conference, 8 points behind Los Angeles. Thales Mango, New York City, €15 million. The 20-year-old Brazilian drew the American club's attention while at Vasco da Gama. The player's potential, as well as his versatility, made New York City pay €7,270,000, thus breaking the club's record. The former biggest signing was Thiago Almada, who cost $1.6 million less. There were some really big names in NY City's history, the likes of David Villa, Frank Lampard and Andrea Pirlo, but all 3 of them were signed as free agents. As for Mango, he's been pretty good for New York City, with 14 goals and 8 assists in 63 games. Last season was a huge success for his team as they managed to win the league for the first time in their history. So should Thales Mango keep improving, some European clubs will come for him sooner or later. Liverpool was rumored to be watching the young Brazilian, but nothing more than that as for now. Thiago Almada, Atlanta United, €15 million. The Argentine, aged 21, was a Vélez Sarsfield player until the winter. He played 100 matches for his former club, scoring 24 goals and making 10 assists. Thiago, named the new Messi, managed to draw the biggest club's attention: Atletico, Barcelona and Man City. But in the end, he moved to Atlanta United. The $14,550,000 deal made him the biggest transfer signing in MLS history. As for the Argentine's stats, they remain pretty much on the same level. As for now, Almada has 7 goals and 7 assists in 31 matches in all competitions. However, the European clubs are most likely still watching him, so it's pretty possible he's not going to stay in the United States for long. We'll see how it all turns out for Almada in the near future. Lorenzo Insigne, Toronto, €15 million. The former Napoli captain failed to agree the terms of his new contract with the club that raised him, so in winter he signed a pre-contract with Toronto FC and joined the club as a free agent. Lorenzo's farewell to Napoli fans was a really emotional one, as the Italian made his Napoli debut back in 2009-10 season. Since then, he played 434 games for the club, made 95 assists and scored 122 goals, which made him the second best Napoli goalscorer of all times, after Dries Mertens. But now it's history, as Lorenzo has already played 12 games for Toronto, scored 6 goals and made 2 assists. The Italian is 31 years old, so it's still possible that he will return to Europe one day. However, it's a big if, as his Toronto contract lasts until 2026. As we can see, there are talented young players in MLS, as there are big club scouts watching them. Who knows, maybe some of them will get noticed and signed by a top club, thus following in Alphonso Davies' footsteps. Dear friends, which one of these players do you expect to get such a promotion? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you soon.